Yo, what's up guys? I'm here with my game from round 2 of Smogon Masters, and this actually is not the first game of the series. The first one was actually Generation 8, but decided not to post that because that game is way too long. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll leave the link to the replay in the description, but yeah, there's that. And decided to just bring my KYUREM team to ORAS. Probably one of my best teams. It's just super solid. One of my friends bought it at the tournaments, went 2-0 with it. I went 4-0 with it in random tournaments. So this team is actually ridiculous, but just getting into it. We got Mega Scizor paired with KYUREM Black. Main idea is Scizor is able to lure in and U-turn on things such as Landers T, Heatran, Skarmory for KYUREM Black to just come in and claim kills. And then the rest is just, Talon Flame is the ground resist, T-Tar, Scarf, so I can check stuff like Thunderous, Starmie as my hazard control, Keldeo check, and Chomp as my Bisharp answer, Stuff Rocker, that's pretty much it. So my opponent brought a more balanced team with a lot of things weak to ice, which is exactly what KYUREM wants to see. So basically game plan going into this, just want to get KYUREM in as much as possible. Scizor does a great job of baiting in stuff like Hippowdon and Confagrigus for KYUREM to come in safely and just click Ice Beam. It's only real ice resist is Starmie, which dies to Fusion Bolt. So after that, Ferrothorn is really the only thing that can take 1 or 2 Ice Beams. So to bring that in as much as possible, and we should be good to go. Scizor plus Talonflame deals with the Mega Altaria. Talonflame is just great in general. He has no flying resist, so once I Swords Dance up, I'm gonna claim a KO. Only thing I have to really watch out for is Hippowdon if it has a rock move, but after it gets burned, it's not gonna KO. So there's that. As I am SD with Lewis Talonflame, T-Tar. It's actually a pretty big problem to his team. Threatens to Pursuit Trap like 2 things, being Starmie and Confagrigus. And once I trap his Starmie, I keep rocks for the rest of the games, which is really gonna hamper his Talonflame and Altaria if it has a Mega Evolved. Starmie is there to spin on Hippo. It's really not that important. Doesn't really wall anything on his team, but the main purpose is to wrap his spin. He has a Confagrigus, so I need to be mindful of that. Though it doesn't really want to come hard in and risk getting scald, plus burnt. So it's not very good. Chomp, also pretty unimportant in this game. Its only real purpose is to keep up Stealth Rock, which it does a good job of. As Starmie is pretty uncomfortable spinning against it, taking your helmet and rusking all these things. And I have T-Tar in the back to Pursuit Trap. So that's pretty much it. Just keep rocks up, bring KYUREM in as much as possible, and should be good to go. So we're gonna get right into the game. I believe I lead with my Chomp. Actually thought about this for a minute. I wanted to lead KYUREM because obviously it's good versus the whole team, but getting rocks up immediately I felt was a little more important. Again, just crippling Talonflame and Altaria upon switch. So actually Toxic first, expecting him to Stealth Rock up, and Hippowdon is actually annoying for stuff like Talonflame and T-Tar, as this is his main switching to Crunch and Brave Bird, things like that. So I figured Toxic first would be best, and he probably wouldn't expect me to Toxic first. So I Stealth Rock up and I double the Starmie just to get these rocks out of here. Like I said, it's very unlikely that he wants to go to Confagrigus because he's risking getting burnt, and Scald actually does a decent amount because Confagrigus but Def isn't the best. So he plays the Starmie first, just to cover for me scalding. My best play is to Scald. Don't want to rapid spin straight away and get spin blocked. So he decides to trade spin, which I'm completely fine with, because KYUREM doesn't appreciate rocks being up. But he decides to Thunder Wave. I Scald here. I mean, there's no reason to not Scald. It's not like I have much else to do. I don't want to switch T-Tar hard in on that turn in case he decided to Scald and I get burned, things like that. But hard T-Tar this turn, knowing that he has to recover, and I Crunch immediately knowing that he's likely just going to stay in. And also based on how I see no leftovers, no he's Cobra, so it's no real point clicking Pursuit, because he'd probably expect that. So either way he's going to die because Crunch still does 50%, and burn plus sand on all these things. Just hoping I don't get burnt, and I do not. So Stormy goes down, so his main form of hazard control is dead on turn 8. So let's look at my rocks up. They're here to stay. Go to Talonflame as a mid ground, just in case this Altaria happens to be Fire Blast. Now I'm gonna go hard to Scizor and get cooked. So Talonflame just the best play. As reveals to be Heal Bell Altaria, so likely Heal Bell Dragon Dance is what I'm thinking. And I think I'll go for Wisp, expecting the Powdon's going to come in, but he goes to Talonflame as a again a mid ground, so good play on his part to tank that, knowing that I'm likely gonna Will-O-Wisp and not Swords Dance or anything like that. As a Brave Bird here, I'm adamant that does a ton to the Talonflame, 64%, as I throw into 2 KO as he bulks up. So I think I stay in the next turn. I think the next one still kills even at the bulk up. Yeah, I know I live Brave Bird even at +1, so Brave Bird knock him out, and looking pretty good for me. I'm up 6-4 as here I believe I Roost, knowing that he's not gonna Earthquake immediately. Pretty risky play because I could just Will-O-Wisp and he looked like a fool. So able to basically I Roost because I'm likely not gonna be able to spin because he has a Confagrius. So I want to be at a range of health where I can switch back into rocks and deal with things like Ferrothorn later on. But Toxic's there, expecting me to want to Will-O-Wisp, but there's really no point doing that because he can just Heal Bell later, so that'd just be a wasted play. So go hard to Chomp, which I felt was the best play to get my rocks back up, and Chomp is very useless. So I just EQ. I don't Toxic. I'm actually expecting him to pivot to Pharaoh, so I can get a bit of damage off on that, which will help cure him later to a KO. But he actually just stays in EQs, knowing that even if I do Toxic, he'll be able to Heal Bell later. So finally get the free switch into my KYUREM, nice and shiny, and click that Ice Beam. That's 45 to Pharaoh and I freeze him, and it's very unfortunate. So unless he thaws the next turn, it's pretty much game because KYUREM will just clean up the rest. He forfeits, which I wouldn't have forfeited immediately. Could have thawed the very next turn. I wouldn't have stayed in, went with the Scizor and click knockoff and things like that. But I mean, it kind of is over at that point. I mean, the next time KYUREM comes in, Ice Beam is just gonna shatter something. So pretty much that. We move on to round 3, and yeah, so hope you guys enjoy, and I'll be back with the next one. Peace.